surface, it's very easy. This pen gives feeling of drawing on paper.
Okay. See, this is why I gotta. I'm calling everybody out, and y'all can't even hear me. Can you hear me now? Fingers crossed. I hope y'all can hear me now. I'm gonna start at the top again. See, I didn't try to do a new setup. I'm giving a new look, and I'm still coming in having audio issues. It just wouldn't be you. It wouldn't be aggravating TV if I didn't have audio issues, huh? What is up, everybody? Oh shoot, let me meet this. Hold on. Ciao. It's giving ghetto over here, Erica. What do you got going on, honey? Okay. Can y'all still hear me? Are we good, money? Let me pull this up on my iPad so I can make sure. Ciao. At least I'm having audio issues at the beginning and not like when I'm going on a rant. Okay, we back. Hey y'all, okay, so y'all can hear me. Hey, how are y'all? Thank y'all for hanging in there tonight. I'm halfway through Homecoming, so I won't be able to speak about the end of Homecoming, but I did watch all of the first episode, or episode 8 of All American, and I'm so excited to talk with y'all. Like y'all, I literally got dressed for the internet tonight. That's how excited I was to talk with y'all. I can't. So I hope you feel the energy and the love coming through the screen, because I was so excited. I was just like, let me go ahead and do a little shut the dump for y'all. Let me get on here and act like, show them that I care. All right, so let me go back to the top. Tony B and R&B, what's up? Official. Dejanay, hey boo. Tink loves music. Hey, Naya, what's up? Not you talking about this live gonna be better than the episode. I can't. Kofi was good. Reese was good. Zamir, hey. Shiloh was good. Radiant Robinique, hey boo. Noor, hey. Eric, hey. Kofi, how are you? One Young Breeze, how are you? Daphne, Vanessa, Zai, Jasmine, hey girl. Chelsea, Amina, Vanessa, hey Keish. Unitza, Mixed Breed, hey. Hey Elizabeth. Did I get everybody? Jacoby. Hey Melissa, SMLO. Hey Sharibu. Zai, Nadir, C, Jamal, hey, how are you? Raylee, how are you? Stephanie, okay, I think I got everybody. Jeanette, Kenny Ford, not y'all. Did y'all stay up? Y'all some real ones, because I feel like y'all stayed up. Brenda, what's up? Antonio, hey. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen. Oh my god, it's been like months since we got in here. We about to have a good time. We about to kiki. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. Red is not a flavor. What's up? I think I got everybody. I'm hoping I did. I'm on it today. Like, I'm hyped. How y'all feel about the episode? Tell me, like, let's get that out the way to start. Episode 8, Spencer is in his, savior complex bag. How y'all feel about the episode overall? Where y'all at with it? Naya already said that this is about to be better than the episode. Was the episode boring to y'all? Homecoming was pretty good, better than episode 8 of All American. I haven't finished it yet. I'm halfway through Homecoming, and y'all know I've been waiting for it, but I was like, I have to get on live with y'all. I didn't want y'all to wait too long, so I still have to finish like the second half of Homecoming. Mercedes says Spencer's gonna make me slap the shit out of him. Naya, you was bored. Daphne, you gave it a 5. It was predictable. The episode was just okay. The episode had me emotional. I don't know if I'm going to say that I like loved it or didn't love it, but I was emotional the whole time. And I was really, so like while I was annoyed going into it about, Spencer like putting himself out there on the line, like the way that they did it, I wasn't necessarily mad at it. And I stayed emotional like, oh my God, like this is literally who this boy is. It's pretty much like he can't help it. And then I also really enjoyed seeing everybody show up for him or try to figure out a way to show up for him and then ultimately show up for him in the way they did. I love what D'Angelo did, like him sacrificing himself. I thought that it was amazing. Like, when is D'Angelo and Grace getting married? Because I need it. Yeah, I don't know. I was just very emotional. Maybe I was emotional because we haven't seen an episode in like 2 months. So it's also great to see them back on screen. It was definitely a very light episode for the most part. I would agree with y'all. Like it was predictable in that we knew that Spencer wasn't going to not get his scholarship and not graduate, right? But what wasn't predictable for me was just the little nuances in how they did it. And I did, like, while I'm like, I want Spencer to stop trying to save people, they gave Spencer a couple speeches. And I'm just sitting there like, yes, you right, but shut up. Like, can you just not do that today? Like, can you not do that today? And if it wasn't Jabari, I think I will also be like, oh, whoever it is, throw him under the bus. But it was also Jabari, Let me get the chat on the screen so that y'all can see, actually. Where is Malu? There we go. All right, let me move over here so that y'all can see the chat as well. Move my little mic over. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Yeah, Homecoming was better tonight. Homecoming was better. I'm not mad at it. Well, listen, at least y'all like Homecoming, because the way that people have been sliding in my DMs and sending me messages on Twitter about how they did not want to watch the show and how Simone don't deserve a spinoff, I'm like, y'all, just let it rock. Like, it's literally a show about the HBCU experience, and Simone is literally the vehicle that they can get this story off. It is not going to be 100% about her. It's going to be about the experience of going to a HBCU. Please give it a chance. So I ain't even mad at it. If they had to sacrifice this episode of All American to get Homecoming off to a great start, I'll take it, honestly. And so far, I like it. Like I said, I only seen the first 28 minutes of it, but so far I like it. It feels very, very like authentic. I remember my first semester at Xavier New Orleans, like I was so homesick. I was so ready to go. Like I was so ready to go. We was getting hazed by the upperclassmen on my team. Like I was also like playing 2 sports. Like I got a volleyball scholarship, and then I also walked onto the basketball team. And my volleyball teammates, like they found out my scholarship was greater than everybody else's, and they were treating me like So I'm like totally having flashbacks looking at Thea and Simone from what I could see from the first few minutes. And I was just ready to go. I was just like, this is not it. This is not Baltimore. This is not it. I don't know these people. They mean. I'm ready to fight. No, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Oh, thank y'all. Thank you. I tried today. Everybody who said I look good, thank you. Okay. Lawrence, hey. Okay. Naya, you was bored. Episode was just okay. Now that there's no love triangle on the show, it's boring, but I don't care. Listen, I haven't checked my Twitter, but I was just waiting to see if anybody was going to say, y'all see the way that Layla looked when Olivia was talking about she didn't want to be thirsty going behind her man to a college. I just knew somebody was going to do that. But I honestly like how they have Layla's character navigating the friendship with Olivia and then still being in the friend group. Like, you don't see her overly, like, trying to, like, insert herself when it comes to the relationship with Olivia and Spencer, but you also don't see her being rude or anything. And I'm like, that's authentic. I can get with it. It's a very touchy area. If the regular All-American gets renewed for season 5 and 6, I know we'll see Spence in them in college, but I wonder if we'll see Dillon at South Crenshaw. I doubt it. Honestly, I think that once Spencer goes to school, Dillon is going to, because he's doing so much. Like, he has a bunch of things going on with Disney Plus. I feel like he's going to be like Chris's character, where we see like twice a season, if that. Season 4 as a whole is so really boring. I ain't gonna lie. I knew someone was going to step in and save Spencer. I hope he doesn't do it again, though. See, he probably going to do it again. But at least, I don't think he's going to do it again this summer. We just going to have to get it when he go to school. Like, when Spencer go to college, prepare yourselves. Prepare the others. Because he's going to get there as a freshman and just be throwing himself right up under the bus, laying down on the railroad tracks. And you know what? He's our king. We're going to stick beside him, I suppose. Ray Lee says, I didn't like the entire episode as a whole, but there are some parts that I really liked. Okay. Jasmine, you was emotional too. I don't know what the hell it was. I don't know if I was just so excited to be back on like All American night or what, but I was sitting there like, okay, I feel away. Yeah, parts of me was emotional too. Spencer and Mama Grace talk, the rest of them coming in to help. Yes! And like watching Grace like know that, you know, I know what it is for like a black mama to be like, that's honestly like, we're graduating or whatever or going through the milestones, but your mama, like, so much of it is theirs too. So like to watch her have to, I mean, she didn't have to, but it's in her character to support Spencer and to hold him down and to like know that this is something that really matters a lot to her. And she ain't going, they not even taking it just from Spencer, they taking it from her too. And it's just like, she has worked so hard to get this boy here. And her coming to grips with who he is and like, yo, this is just who you are and I'm going to stand beside you. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Okay. I can see Dillon and Billy building a close bond at South Crenshaw High. If Billy stay there, Billy's going to get to, what is it? Golden Angeles University. Billy going to get there. I don't know how he going to get there, but he going to get there, y'all. Clay about to blow the whole Jayla Lasher fever to hello. I'm like, okay, Clay. He was there for all of 3.4 seconds with a smile and great vibes. And I said, I'm here for it. Hello, Clay. Welcome. Please stay a while. She deserves. Daniel Ezra is always going to make me cry. That's a given, but the story was annoying as hell because we could have gotten something else. Naya, what should they have given us aside from what they gave us? Oh, thank you, Ihao. Exactly. Mama Grace and Carter wedding needs to be over. Oh, I'm so behind on these damn comments. Let me catch up. Okay. Amina's the only character pissing me off. Like, baby, your mama is gone. But her mama is gone. You can't be out here just telling the girl to move on. Now, if she's not about to do anything else. If all she wanted to do was pout, like she wanted to get to the bottom of it and pout, I'll take it. But that little ankle biter, she's gonna have to like state her intentions before I'm able to be okay and really give her grace. But I understand, like, it is your mama, but then also, girl, your lineage don't have you set up to succeed, honey. They should have expelled Spencer. That would have been a great twist. Punish this dude for trying to save everybody. No, then we would have to riot. Come on now. Am I peeking? Let me turn my audio down a little bit. Because I know I'm loud. Willie had me weak like always. He's like, Willie, don't be coming over here thinking that you could be cutting up my food. I was like, yo, this is my grandfather, yo. Like, Grandpa Willie is always going to give Grandpa Willie. You almost cried at the end of the episode, Brittany. So did I. I commend Jabari for having a forthright to confess, but I hate to admit that Spencer had a point. Yes, Kofi, he did. Like, at the end of the day, Jabari was going back to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And Spencer did have a point. I'm gonna be honest. I don't love Simone, but I think her show is gonna work. Her show is definitely gonna work because it's giving HBCU steez, honey. It's about to be lit. And I love the cast. Like, the cast is very diverse too. I mean, I want Damon to keep his eyes to himself and his hands to himself, because I keep having to tell that young man. But even him and like coming in, and again, I've only seen the first 28 minutes, y'all, so forgive me, but watching Damon be all entitled, and I'm just like, come on, Spencer 2.0, except for you were already going to the damn pros, so now you got what Spencer had on like 1,000, and you really cocky, so now you really got to get humble, but it's in a completely different profession. And he also has a different, like, because Damon don't give me he about that life like he gonna fight. Like, Spencer gives me, I'm gonna beat your ass at any given moment. Damon doesn't give me that. So I like seeing the variation amongst like similar archetypes and characters. I love Marcus Turner, played by Corey Hardrick. Like, I just think that the cast is very diverse. Like, non-binary Nathaniel, and oh my God, Keisha is gonna be a trip. Like, I haven't seen Cam yet, but I know he's in that episode. Yeah, so All American Homecoming got it. Okay, I'm trying to catch up on these comments, y'all. The streets is saying it should have been Spencer and Kia in that Homecoming spinoff, but I'm asleep though. All right, can I say something real quick? And y'all, don't get too mad at your girl, because I'm your good sis here. Like, we see each other, but I need to talk to y'all. Let me go a little closer. Let me talk to y'all about these ideas about Spencer getting a spinoff. You do not get a spinoff of your own show, okay? All American is Spencer's show. There will not be a spinoff starring Spencer, because the main show is starring Spencer. So many people were sending me messages like, do you think this Olivia is going to get a spinoff? And I said, why? It's Spencer's show. As long as Olivia is with him, she's going to be a major component of the original show. What exactly would a spinoff look like if you still have the original and they both are starring the original? Like, come on now, y'all. I get the idea, and like, y'all want the notoriety and you want the like buzz and you want the acclaim from like, oh, you get a new show because you're just that bomb. But like, it's also something to say, like, you have a show that stays on the air for seasons and seasons and seasons. My goal or my hope is that All American will make it for 7 seasons. And like, Daniel, Ezra, Spencer leading this show until then is just as strong of a statement as Simone getting a spinoff to this original and expanding this All-American universe. Honestly, it's a little bit bigger just because that's the original idea that sparked everything. So if you ask me about a spinoff starring Spencer, that's going to be my response. Or I ain't going to say nothing at all. Don't say I ain't say nothing. That's all I'm saying. All right. But I feel like Homecoming, just as much as All-American series, is what I feel like. Oh, you feel like you'll like it. Okay. I'm glad JoJo got on All American. Yeah, but I was hoping that JoJo's arc or introduction was going to be bigger. Like, I don't know why I expected it to be bigger. Okay, so I literally was looking because I'm working on my personal YouTube channel, and I was looking back at old like college footage and like photos of me playing basketball and volleyball, and I was just like, oh my god. I'm working on a few videos where I'm going to show some of that stuff, and I'm so embarrassed, but I'm going to do it because I think it's going to be very authentic. So that's the most that y'all going to get from some reels of me playing before. Cam is going to have an interesting arc, I believe, considering his reasons for coming. Oh, thank you. Y'all gassed me up so much. Thank you so much. I'm still so behind. They really trying to make this his thing, and it's like, what was the point of therapy? That part. So like, he literally speaks on Dr. Spears and like what Dr. Spears would say. He tells Billy, oh, Dr. Spears will tell you this. Well, what the hell would Dr. Spears tell you as you about to get expelled 4 days before graduation? Do we need to call him? The talk between Laura and Willie was everything. Yes, for them to finally come like full circle and be at a very healthy, stable place. Willie is off of Laura's head and he respects her and loves her as family. I love to see it. I think I got emotional during that part too. Looks like JJ is going to make it his mission for Spencer to have fun this summer. Back to Captain. Complex later. We're going to talk about the preview because I also don't have time for Spencer laying down all his morals and losing his mind like his Beverly Hill brethren either. Like, I don't have time for that. Having two shows air back to back on primetime television for two black leads in the same universe during Black History Month makes me a little emo in the best way. Like, we have arrived. Yes, Naya. Come on with it. Let me pin that because that's a word. How you feel about Liv and Spencer going to the same school? I knew it was gonna happen. Like, she's sitting up there debating and like, I don't want to be thirsty. I don't want to do this. And I'm like, girl, you're going to that school. That's it. That's all. You're going to that school. I didn't ever once for a second think that she was really considering anywhere else. Why is every time I see Willie, all I could think of is him running in front of the line from the boss? I can't. Not from life. I can't. There were no intimate Olivia scenes in this episode. Y'all sleeping on Lasher. Give them a round 2. No, thank you. Round 1 was enough. I'm good. I don't need no more Lasher. Clayla. We want Clayla. How am I gonna be saying that, Clayla? Lay. Like, let's just call him Lay. Because I can't. Clayla, that sounds horrible. Thank God they took the Diary of a Mad Black Woman braids out. I can't. Y'all are hilarious. All right. The cast is impeccable. Yes. You're interested in the Cam redemption arc? Well, listen. Antonio is our resident camp leader. We gonna see. I haven't finished watching the episode, so I don't even know when Cam appears yet. Of course, I will do it in my breakdown videos. Damn, Mondays is about to be crazy. I'm gonna have to do 2 breakdown videos, 2 preview videos, because we really got 2 primetime shows in the All-American universe dropping on Monday nights. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I love that for us. Okay. Y'all would have preferred Kia. In my opinion, it's like Girlfriends and then the spinoff was the game. Exactly. Joan couldn't just leave and go to the game. That had to be a whole other thing. Yeah, and then Kia is also on Chicago Med. Y'all going ham in this chat. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Team Jordan and Camp. Let's talk about Asher and Tattoo Girl Jamie. If we must, What I will say is thank God. Thank God Asher has a step parent with some sense, because clearly his mama and his daddy, there's no saving them. The best thing that his mama has done for him is marry this rich man who actually has some sense. Shout out to the step parents with sense, because Jacob was like, oh, this is for school? Bet, I got you. And then Asher decides to, I don't want any help. I don't need any. And it's just like, okay, Asher. I'd much rather Asher have this struggle, though. The struggle of like trying to make it on his own and whatever, than him going through the whole stuff with women. I don't know how I felt about Jacob was like, oh, Jamie really, really likes you. And before that, he was like, I don't need you saving me. I've had a girl that does that. And I'm like, sir, every girl that you get does that. So instead of, I guess, punishing her or getting annoyed with her for doing something that you literally walked her into, which is what you do with every single girl. What person, like not even just a girl, what person that actually cares about you is going to sit across from you, listening to you complain about your life and how things are over, and not try to come up with a solution for you? If you didn't want nobody to help, then you should have shut up and keep it to yourself. Or you should lead with, you know what, I'm just venting right now. I don't want any suggestions or any solutions. Because while you out here giving this girl attitude, she just understanding the assignment, honestly. And he has been this person who behaves in this way that literally makes it seem like he needs help. So people who care about him step in to help his ass out. It's like, Asher, okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do whatever you're gonna do. I think the most that stood out for me from Asher in this episode was him when he finally like got okay with the idea of Jacob helping him, and it was because Spencer let other people was struggling with people helping him. And I'm just like, okay. He's like, oh yeah, watching my friend struggle. And I'm just like, damn, you really do consider Spencer a friend now. Okay. Another full circle moment. Honestly, y'all, if I'm gonna be like 100% real, when I finished watching episode 8, the first thing I thought was, this feels like a series premiere. It doesn't feel like a return from a mid-season hiatus. It feels like, honestly, the beginning of something. They finished or like closed the loops on a bunch of people's storylines and like primed us to go into other versions or new paths with people's storylines. And it really felt like this was a season premiere, which was interesting. It's like, this is definitely episode 8. Okay. But also maybe they was, hey Evan, maybe they were also like priming it so that it wasn't an episode that was really explosive or overly dramatic, just so that they could usher in Homecoming in the way they did. So I ain't mad at it. Yeah, the HBCU is literally perfect for Kia. Asher and Jamie, why did we need that? I don't know. I'm trying not to hate on Asher, but I really feel like he needs to be by himself for a while. Like, I don't understand why we're giving him any love interest anytime soon. I really don't get it. Zamir, okay, so Kia's character, because of her activism, because of how, prolific she is and astute, it would line up that, she would go to a HBCU. But y'all gotta understand, Kia didn't have a strong story on All American. So I wouldn't say that Homecoming was for Kia and she didn't get it because of Chicago, because she didn't have a storyline. Like, when it came to the last time that we saw her, she was helping Spencer convince Olivia of like, this is not just your fight, because Olivia had taken over the whole activism thing. Like, in all honesty, if they were going to parlay anything or build up Kia to do any type of spinoff, then they would have made different choices in season 3, and Kia would have been the one leading the charge in bucking back at people and causing all this ruckus. Instead, they funneled a lot of what I felt like was Kia's innate character traits. They added them to Olivia to really set her up for this journalism trajectory that they have her going on. But I don't think we can actually say that Homecoming was supposed to be for Kia, because she never got to a place of real substance within the show. Like, even when she slept with Spencer and, you know, they have the call the next day, okay, I'm fine, okay, you fine, okay, that's it. They never revisited it again. And after that, she was really just a supplemental character to, like, just help sandwich other people's storylines. But Simone came in, did her storyline, and then her storyline really developed alongside Jordan. So she almost became one of the mains, or really did. She became one of the mains. So that's how you can get, you know, like a spinoff for her. But Kia, it would have taken another season. For what they did with season 3 of Kia, it would have taken all of season 4 for them. And if Kia was still on the show, it would have taken all of season 4 for them to introduce her or build up her storyline and then take her to like Homecoming or something like that. So yeah, I can't really say that it was definitely something that was for Kia. Vanessa was Thanos. Well, I'm glad, because them boots and them shorts was enough for a lifetime. That's all I'm gonna say. I think Vanessa is really gone though, y'all. The way Clay smiles at Layla was special to me, and those braids are coming back next week. Y'all gonna let that man be great. Listen. I am just here for Layla getting loved on, okay? Sis has been through a lot, and if she could get some genuine support and it's also in line with what she does and he understands her world, I am all here for black women, black girls getting the love that they supposed to have. Hell yeah. Ashley needs to act like an adult and be appreciative for the people in his life willing to help him. He needs to realize that many people in life don't have that and would give anything for that. Facts. Next week, it is going to start to get real, Melissa. So also, y'all, like, I know that y'all are like, this episode was boring, it wasn't given, or it was just okay. Prepare yourself, because I definitely think that next week is going to be turned up a notch, because I really do feel like this is like, they basically like cleaned the slate, honestly. And while I'm not here for Spencer and his savior complex, I'm also not here for him spiraling, getting some big old pot belly, losing his fitness and not really getting it together. Because when you come in as a freshman, as a college athlete, you have a lot to prove. You got the scholarship, that's cute and all, but all of these upperclassmen are coming for you because basically they know that you coming for their spot. You don't know what you're doing. You're new to your environment, and it's a whole new level of performance. So, Jordan, you sitting up here talking about something, let him enjoy it. No, he cannot take the Jordan mentality when it comes to this. You need to get your behind up too. Because Jordan, you like to shift gears way too quickly for me. 1 minute something is a passion, the next minute you cool and you want to be sipping pina coladas and whatnot. No, we are going to the NFL. We don't have no time for this, okay? Yes, Spencer can have a little fun during, summer, but he can still be working out. He can still be going on his little date nights and keeping it cute like how he do. He don't need to turn into JJ or Jordan or Asher 2.0. We don't need none of that. Hold your head, King, because I can't. What about Asher's comments about Liv? What did Asher say about Liv? Did I miss it? Thank you, LaTanya. I was wondering if we'll see Frosto at college. We didn't hear anything about where Frosto might have gotten picked up. We know that Billy was trying to help the seniors who didn't get any offers with that like impromptu combine at Crenshaw, but we never heard what happened after that. I'm kind of over them being out of sync with real lifetime. Hell is once again in class. So I will say I'm actually kind of happy that All American is now ahead of us, because I don't know. I just, not that I didn't like it, but it was just also kind of weird with trying to keep up with it in the same real time. What I don't like is that All American is ahead of us and Homecoming is ahead of All American. So like Homecoming is like 2 seasons ahead of us, and I'm just like, what is actually happening here, and how is Simone gonna come back? Like, that was one of the things that I worried about the most, and I was praying that they were going to prioritize really syncing the timeline so that things could work very, very seamlessly, but clearly they're not. I think we're going to be okay with them being ahead of us a little bit. But honestly, I feel like by the end of the season, they're probably going to put us back at regular time, because I could definitely see before the season ends, Spencer going to college. Spencer and Olivia going to college. Oh, yeah, I was talking about that part. Asher talking about he dated a girl who wanted to fix everything, was about Liv, but like everyone, even Vanessa was standing up for him. Yeah. Even Layla. Like, Layla was trying to get him to stand in his truth and stop running around acting like he was something that he wasn't. The chat really misses Kia. I will say that, y'all, like, while I don't necessarily agree that Homecoming was something that was supposed to be for Kia, I do think that Kia was a character that was completely underused and had so much potential. I see Jory still talks to Billy. I'm like, this season was supposed to be Jordan's season. I was like, yo, it's Jordan's time. Jordan needs to grow up. But we gonna continue to get this. I'm gonna do whatever I want, Jordan. He done got his little walk on or whatever. He's satisfied. He got peace. You know, Simone is happy and going off to school. He gonna hold that down, and now he back in his bag of he gonna do whatever he wants. It's gonna take for him to have something taken away from him or something that's hanging on the line before he decided to be like, all right, I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna respect you, Dad, and yes, sir, and all of that kind of. And I'm just like, Jordan, when are you really gonna be great? I tell you one thing, I don't want to hear it. You get to college, don't you say a word about why don't nobody see you as great. Exhibit A. Episode 9 preview, you land on this beach chair talking about Spencer relax. The reasons write themselves, Jordan. They just do. This was a throwaway episode for me. I can't with you, Naya. Am I the only one who got a cringy flashback to Radio Rebel when they all walked into that meeting to save Spencer? I don't know what Radio Rebel is. But do anybody know? I'm going to pin it so that y'all can answer Kenny. I can't wait to see the new players that are coming on board that Taye Diggs was talking about in the interview. It'll be pretty amazing. What interview? Did he do something with TV Line? Child, I'm so behind. Do you prefer Da Vinci as Darnell and All American or as Terry and BMF? Oh, I hate this question. Because I don't hate him as Terry and BMF, but I do prefer him as Darnell. I think I'm more sold on him as Darnell, but I'm not like not sold. Terry grew on me. I'll say that. Terry grew on me. Wait, Antonio, you don't know why I thought what? I'm behind. Let me try to catch up. Simone did say that Bringston started earlier, so I think the timelines will match up. Well, no, they're still in. If you like, so when the dean was talking to Coach Turner, Coach Turner, he was like, yo, if y'all don't become a winning team or a championship team by spring, this is it for y'all. So spring will be next season, which will put them in the fall. And that would put them in like August, September. So it is a little off. Like, I thought that she was originally going to school early, but then when they started talking about timelines and the deadline for the baseball team to get it together, I'm like, no, y'all are literally at the regular fall season for any college, which was just very weird. Y'all, I just took a look at the likes on this video. Please be sure to like the video. It's 100 of y'all in here, 105 of y'all in here, and we only got 5 likes. Take a second and like the video for your good sis. Okay. Oh, it was on the Disney Channel. I think hey, Cendrika, how are you? I think All-American and All-American Homecoming will catch up with each other in a few episodes. I feel like AA Summer is going to fly by. I feel like it too. And I feel like me and Katie to talk, because she consistently don't give us Summer. Like, we probably about to get 2 episodes and then go on. And I'm just like, so we're like never going to get Summer for these kids? Y'all saw all the flashbacks we were doing in season 3 because Summer, everything went down and we didn't get to see none of it. It all had to be refreshed and flashed back to. I thought that this was going to be Jordan's season, Antonio, because everybody else had a tumultuous season. Layla didn't had one. Spencer didn't had one. Olivia damn sure didn't had one. So Jordan was the last one that needed to go through some things. Mercedes Da Vinci is fine AF in person, and he smell good. What does he smell like? I can't. Y'all, I'm so ready for the next episode. It looks better because this episode, meh. Maybe I was just excited to see them back on screen, because I definitely don't think the episode was like fireworks at all, but I enjoyed it. I smiled a lot through it. Hear me out. Cam should have been replaced in Homecoming with Chris. Chris cannot, or the guy who plays Chris cannot stop booking other jobs. I honestly believe we would have seen Chris way more in All-American if his ass stopped being so booked. So we gotta take that up with him. AA Summer gonna be 1 or 2 episodes and that's it. Probably half of the season we'll see Jordan's arc. We gonna need to. Jordan is not going to make it in college like he is, y'all. He's just not gonna do it. He's not. Like, they will eat him alive. And he's gonna play football. He will be getting eaten alive with all that entitlement and lack of real work ethic. They gonna need to do something with him ASAP. You don't know what he had on, but you fell in love. Do you think Liv might release possibly when she gets to college, since it's a whole new world for her? What do you mean release? You gotta give me a little bit more clarity, especially when we're talking about Olivia Latrice Baker. I wish I could have gotten to see Kia and her transition into Homecoming. Y'all really want to see Kia? Go off. Maybe Jordan will be the one to pick a bad sponsorship and Spencer tries to save him, which is why he will tell him to have more fun. I don't know if Jordan's going to get sponsored because he's barely a daggone walk on, but maybe, Tink, maybe. Lord, just don't let Jordan and Spencer be roommates in college. Jordan may wild out when the breakup happens with Simone. Oh, you know that they're going to be roommates. Jordan and Spencer are like basically attached at the hip. And yes, he does need to evolve. Oh, relapse. Ooh. So I don't... You know what? I'm not even going to care. Because talking about Olivia gets very tricky on the internet, especially with all of these beautiful stands, super stands. But I do think that a relapse is coming. I don't know how soon we're going to get it. I think before the end of the series, we are going to see another one. But I'm hoping that we get at least another season without it. However, it would make sense, like, going off to college, even though she'll still be in her home state. So that'll be, you know, something that's a little bit more grounded. It's so hard to go away to college, y'all. Like, it's very hard. But I think it would have to be the perfect storm. I don't think that she's just going to, like, fold under a little bit of pressure. I think that it would have to be like the perfect storm happen, and that is what conjured up her relapse. So if at any point her and Spencer break up, if she's like failing in school, or like a bunch of things are happening and like weighing on her and hitting her heavy, that's what the conditions that I think would have to happen for her to relapse. If those things don't happen, then no, I think that she'll be fine. I think that she'll be able to persevere. And thinking about, as a writer, how would you introduce additional conflict for her for another 3 seasons? I think they're definitely still going to have to explore her sobriety to some level. And then also when you go to college, it's something else that people explore is their sexuality. So if they don't go down the sobriety route, then they could go down the sexuality route. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. Not Naya saying no freaking comment. Because Naya already know what it is. But you know what? It's 2022 and them stands can kiss my ass, okay? Because I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Not you lovely real ones who also love Olivia, but also find a way to respect me and my opinions. I'm speaking about the ridiculous super stans who think that that is their job to terrorize anyone who speaks objectively about Olivia Baker. So we're clear. Jordan's transformation will come after him and Simone break up, I think. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it for our boy. I can see Jordan hitting rock bottom after they break up. I do not see Jordan. I do not see a breakup with Simone spurring him to get his shit together. It just is not going to happen because she is literally the only reason why he is kind of tolerable. Like, literally. I hope they don't have her digging in trash cans again, because baby, what is you doing? I don't know why that is so funny. I can't. Yeah, I hope they don't have her doing that either. The relapse won't be a demise for her and Spencer. No, I don't think that would be the reason why they break up if they break up. But that would be a thing that takes Spencer through it. I tell you that. That would be a trigger. I think a relapse might come with a drastic downfall. College has so many ups and downs. That's so true. Interesting question. How are they going to tell adult stories with Billy, Laura, and Grace? Grace needs to get married. Period. D'Angelo, where's the ring? Sir, you going into politics? First Lady Grace. Hello. That right there. Now, Laura and Billy, I don't know. I'm just glad that they stable, honey. Like, Laura and Grace, Laura and Billy done been through so much. I'm perfectly fine with her being housewife and Billy getting his relationship back with his father. Let them go ahead and rock out with that for a while, because Billy and Laura for the last 3 seasons, y'all been doing a lot. Olivia and Karen from Sisters is the same nervous energy on Twitter. Wait. Olivia and Karen from Sisters. They have the same nervous energy? Am I reading that right, Kenny? I can see her getting addicted to pills again, says Keish, to help her stay awake for studying. Y'all want a fun fact? This is not even a fun fact. It's like a random dumb fact that Erica's about to share with y'all. Actually, let's guess. What do y'all think I used to stay awake in college and study? This is going to be interesting. Drop your comments of what you think Erica used to stay awake and study all of those lovely pre-med classes in undergrad. And I'll tell y'all once a few people let me know. Like, a few people guess. Shari says be either. If Jordan and Simone break up, he gonna be a thought again. Basically, Yanitza says no, because when Jordan and Simone break up, he about to go back to crashing cars and hookups and swing right now. I cannot. Ray Lee says Liv's relapse is not triggered just by being around it. It's usually a buildup of things and emotions that she keeps to herself. I don't see that happening anytime soon, but maybe before the series ends. Yeah. Oh Lord, y'all talking about Spencer getting somebody pregnant? I'm gonna go ahead and skip over that. D'Angelo and Grace, do you need to get married? Stat. I was a little hesitant about it at first, but after this episode, I'm on that man's team. Grace deserves. Yes. Antonio don't know how Billy kept Laura to this day. Hey Shakita. It might be the amount of attention that Spencer gets from fans. Yes, in competition, she might start to feel like she's being pushed away from his priority and replaced by football. That could be true. Okay, y'all said no dose. I feel like I've heard of that before. Espresso beans, energy drinks, espresso beans. What do you do with espresso beans? Like eat them? I think I've heard of no dose before. I used to drink Coca-Cola and it would keep me up for like, I could go 3 days if I was just drinking Coke and like, not like Coke, but like Coca-Cola and eating fruit. Just mad sugar and caffeine and just up like ridiculous. So random. But that's what I used to use. I didn't really drink a lot of sodas growing up. So once I got to this, and then being in Baltimore, like, I know there's like a little thing between like Pepsi and Coke, right? But my family and everybody in Baltimore drank Pepsi. But when I got to the South, that was the first time I ever had Coca-Cola. And that, once I had it, I was like, oh, okay. That was before I even started drinking coffee. So I used to drink Coca-Cola like crazy. All right. I know you said it hella times, but for real, it's so nice to see that they'll finally be in college for the rest of season 4. You enjoyed them in high school, but we do not have enough college sports shows. Okay. Hey, HUH, what's up? Not you vomiting about Coca-Cola. I don't drink it anymore, but child, in college, it got me through organic chemistry. It got me through physics, honey. Whew, it got me through. I wonder what Carter's storyline is finna be. Listen, he going into politics. I'm here for it. Maybe he's gonna run for like councilman, or will he run for mayor? Laura could be like his little, I don't know, what's the people that's like under the mayor? Aldermans? They could run on the same ticket. That would be lit. He could run for like mayor of LA. She was DA. She could help him get elected. And then she could come back into the system at a better position than she was before. I don't know what that would be, right under the mayor. Or maybe even council to mayor. And start to clean house again. Hello. They can give us that. Carter the real MVP for what he did. Facts. Yes to the caffeine. Okay. Now it's just black coffee, y'all. If I need to stay up, I'm gonna drink black coffee like it's going out of style. It's horrible for your skin. It dehydrates you, but it keeps me up. Yeah, Coca-Cola is stronger down south than Pepsi. I learned that, Tink. Like, living in New Orleans, I learned that real quick. The real question is, where's the season 5 renewal? So I was responding to people on Twitter, and I think in my DMs with this. I think that we're going to get a renewal announcement probably around episode 11. So I'm thinking in another 3 weeks we should have the announcement. Like, I want to see, or they at least want to see how well Homecoming is doing. and then also, I guess, get more ratings for this season. Because apparently, apparently this season hasn't been rated as high as previous seasons, like a few of the episodes. So, yeah. Literally, Shari, it's crazy like how regional it is with like preferences for Coke and Pepsi. My mother still loves like Diet Pepsi to this day, and I'm just like, girl, I can't. Do I know that Coke has rumored to have actual Coke in it? That was like 50 years ago. They do not do that anymore. So who's about to be the principal of that school though? Billy Beano. Billy Bean is about to follow Spencer to college. Why y'all playing like he about to stay to school? He only came back to Crenshaw because Spencer was there. Why y'all trying to act like y'all don't know this already? Y'all cute. Y'all know Billy is following Spencer to college. Did the real Spencer marry his high school sweetheart? But she wasn't his sweetheart in high school. I actually have 2 videos about both Blair Paysinger and Spencer Paysinger on the channel. And the only thing I got wrong is that Blair's dad never coached Billy. And Blair actually like messaged me that, and like I had to like fix that. But at the time they weren't, like in high school they weren't sweethearts. So I'm gonna say no, but they did go to high school together. They just weren't checking for each other then. You're more of a Mountain Dew guy or a Dr. Pepper. They don't really have no caffeine in them. None of the CW shows have gotten renewals yet. Yeah, because they about to get sold. But I do have faith. I do have faith that even if the CW is sold, All American will stay because it's one of the top rated shows on the whole network. So we don't have too much to worry about when it comes to that. No, okay, Tink. So Spencer did wind up going to Beverly, but his father coached at Beverly. And she also went there, but they didn't like connect really in high school. They connected in college. But one thing I will say, y'all, like we're 4 seasons in. This show was based on Spencer Paysinger and his life, the concept, but the show is not his biography. So the writers are free to do whatever they want with all of these characters. Like Olivia Baker was supposed to be bisexual in the original version of this show. So while a lot of people are so very hooked on Spencer and Blair's life and this show is documenting what they actually went through, it's not. It's a dramatized version based on some of the major events of Spencer Paysinger's life. And now the show is so far along that it has diverged a lot. So don't like, I mean, I think you can be enamored with their, their black love story and all that, but just don't get so caught up on trying to track the show and where the show's going to go based on where Spencer's life has gone, because they already have branched off and they're not going in the same direction. Aside from Spencer going to make it to the NFL, all of the other stuff is up for the writers to be able to play and do whatever they want. Imagine if Spencer never went to Beverly and Layla and Spence first met in college. Listen, if Spencer and Layla had met later, they might have lasted longer. If they didn't meet during a traumatic time in both of their lives, they might have lasted longer. I still haven't watched Batwoman. I need to probably check that out. And I'm behind on Naomi, but Naomi is great. Hey Desiree. I want to see the college years, but I can't help but think about Spencer saying he would coach his kids. I hope we see that. Oh. Can we talk about Tamia telling Amina she shot her mama? Are we going to talk about how this little ankle biter is in the middle right now of running through these Crenshaw streets trying to find a gun so that she can shoot Coop? And I hate that for us. I'm going to need them to give Coop some kind of purpose because she's also just floating just now. I mean, she's also floating now in the series. Like, was it just me or were y'all annoyed to see her put on that cap and gown and get to shimmying? Because I thought you didn't want to go to school, honey. I thought that everybody was holding you back and you leaving behind everybody who, whatever, you don't see lifting you up, yada, 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 blah, 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 some bullshit. Like, and now you want to join in on the graduation festivities? Without even an acknowledgement or a word of you like, you know what? I actually probably could have just, stayed in school because I ain't doing nothing anyway. Antonio, you not sold on Naomi? I'm behind, so I haven't caught up. I love the first 2 episodes though. They had to tell Tamia the truth eventually. But Lawrence, that's not the truth. She didn't shoot her. They just told her something. I cannot. Amina needs to go. She ran after Coop, told her the truth. Where are you running to? Stay away from me. I can't. Amina gotta go. She working on my last nerve. Your mama and uncle was trash was the only matter of time. Literally, your whole lineage. Girl. The campfire was very cute. And I don't want to be pessimistic, y'all, but I feel like they gave us that campfire scene because they about to rip everybody to shreds. All the relationships is about to go. And I'm just like, y'all didn't even give us the campfire for long enough. So these next little 2 episodes that's going to be summer, they better give us vibes and friendship because we finna go on a roller coaster, okay? We finna go on a roller coaster. Girl, you wanted the music right. You wanted the GED right. So that was probably the only part that I was literally sitting looking like, And it's like, Urka, go ahead and let Tamia have this little moment. But I also was just like, you never should have dropped out. So you get your little graduation moment of, I don't care, girl, because this is all you're doing. I'm mad at the public for her toxic bloodline. Where is CPS? I can't. I felt like Coop went behind Preach back and said something different than he did to Amina. You think that Preach told Amina the truth before Coop did? Oh, that would be annoying. But that could totally be true. I prayed the storyline of Coop / Shamia would end, but I was wrong. I don't need her storyline to end. I just need them to give me something to watch. At this point, she just kind of floating, and I don't understand it. Whatever happened to Andre? Probably in jail. Mo's son. Mo had a son? Mo didn't have a son. But Andre's probably in jail somewhere. Yeah, half of Crenshaw needs a deeper storyline, especially when Patience asks if they'd still be this close. All they got moving forward is drama between them. I wonder what Patience is going to do next. Is she going to focus 100% on the music? Is she going to college? Because we ain't heard boo from her. Coop and her faces drive me crazy. You dancing harder than anybody and was barely in class. Exactly. Going off. Rocking off for real. This is Spence's moment. Layla working with JoJo's character. I cannot wait for that collaboration. Me either. I'm excited about it. I love JoJo. Maybe splitting them up might be the interesting thing. It could be. It was like watching paint dry with the Amina storyline. And it ain't over. I'm waiting for it to be over. But my fingers crossed. Did y'all see Daniel's podcast episode with Jeffrey? He said that the rest of this season is supposed to be the best work that they have ever done. So, child, I'm hoping that they got some good things in store for us. How do I feel about Homecoming? Okay, so if you're new, I only watched the first 28 minutes of Homecoming because I wanted to get on live with y'all, and I'm going to finish watching it after and then record my videos. I love it so far, but I knew that I would. I'm still looking at Damon like, step back. But I appreciate the full cast. I think that they are very equally yoked. They are dynamic. They are giving. And I'm excited about it. And I really, really, really relate to Simone in the moment that she's in this episode. Because I really do remember, like, going, like, when I moved to New Orleans for college, that was the first time I had ever been there. I didn't even visit the school. Like, it's so crazy. My mother was pissed when I finally accepted the scholarship because Xavier was my number one choice. And I never visited the school. I had, like, literally everything was done over the phone and fax. Like, once they gave me the scholarship, I basically signed up for it and was like, yes, sign my name on the dotted line. And I had all these other scholarships. Like, I had scholarships in PA and in DC and in New York. My mother was like, you could go somewhere so much closer. And I actually went to go visit other schools. And she was just like, how are you going to pick the school that you ain't even go visit? Because it was a better school, in my opinion. So when I get there, like, I was really culture shocked because I had never been to New Orleans ever before. And then all of a sudden I'm living there. Like, I just really, luckily Simone had taken a visit to go to Homecoming, so she's exposed to it and her aunt is there, but I really registered where she's at in reference to being homesick immediately. Is Chris about to be phased out like Kia? If he is, it's going to be his fault because he stayed booked on shows. What happened to Frost, though? I don't know. I hope we find out. Not only did Coop not deserve to be a part of graduation, but she also didn't deserve to be a part of senior prom. I'm sick of everyone spoiling her. I mean, but Patience, I mean, she did win. So she was going to go to prom regardless because Patience was going, but she did win. So I see what you're saying. And JoJo talks a lot about mental health in her music, so having her character collaborate with Layla is so dope. It's so deep on so many levels. Antonio, do not terrorize me with the way that Damon says Simone's name. Like, that's going to be the thing that I don't know if I'm going to make it through, y'all, because I have literally taken a very stubborn stance. Damon needs to keep his ass back. I don't want to, like, everybody is mocking how he speaks her name. He keep wanting to put his hands on her and keep talking and keep looking at her, and it just aggravates my whole entire soul. Nia, I hear you, but ain't nobody asked you to say that, though. And they not coming down. That's all I know. Yeah, Frosto was at graduation. I think people were asking, like, what's going to happen to him after the fact. I love that touch on her character art imitating life. Yes, JoJo deserves to be acknowledged in her career, and I love it. Yes. Coop taking part in all the high school activities when she decided to drop out. No, ma'am, I can't. Thank you, Keish. Damon and Simone are cousins or something. They something. And we're tired. They ain't gonna be together. I know that. I don't care what they are. They just won't be together. And I'm standing strong on that. And I hope that she's disgusted as soon as she finds out. If they kissing cousins, I hope Simone is just stirred and just... Damon gonna have issues with Simone not telling him about giving her baby up for adoption. Sorry. We are typically on the same page. And I love you. However, she don't owe that boy nothing. Even though I could see him because he is adopted. I get that part. But I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not actually sorry. I don't think I'm gonna be able to muster up any kind of anything for Damon. So I'm gonna let y'all know right now Damon Sims will not get objective treatment from me. He just won't. I'm sorry. I don't think I have it in me. And I'm also not sorry. Everything in my spirit wants to clown that boy at all times and wants to be on his head. It's almost like I feel like, okay, this is not a good example, but this is the best thing I can come up with right now. I feel like I look at Damon like he's a friendly Asher. Does that make sense? I don't know. Yes, we are sticking with Jamal till the wheels fall off. And yeah, if Frosto got an offer, we just don't know where he got an offer to. And even if he goes to community college, I need them to build out the rest of this world. Like, are we about to just be spending all of our time at Golden Angela Southern? Or is Spencer going to keep a relationship with Frosto? Is he going to still be mentoring Jabari? Like, what is the rest of this going to look like? I mean, they all stayed in town, so they should still be able to maintain relationships. Olivia, don't be rooting for Jamon to end. Not they related, y'all. He definitely gonna feel away. What is it with these sibling storylines with NK? I don't know, but I need her to come through with this one because all I know is that Damon cannot win. That's all I know. Simone can smile as much as she wants. Whatever she gotta do to get adjusted and be happy there, except for hop on top of Damon, I'm with it. Do what you gotta do, girl. Honestly, I think that Damon is a mixture between Jordan and Spencer. And that's also very weird to me. He is literally walking Jordan and Spencer. It's crazy. Simone was not hyped when she found out that he lived there. Don't put no extra sauce on Antonio. I can't with you. I don't want Simone and Jordan to break up only because what does Jordan have going on besides Jordan has nothing. I can't. Do you think that Layla's going back to school? I don't know. This episode, I think they did a good job with Layla's storyline this episode where she was really grappling with her imposter syndrome and trying to make the best decision for her life. And I felt it. And oh boy, Clay, sewing into her the idea that she doesn't actually need to go to school, but she still does want to go to school. I don't know. I think we're going to see this play out with Layla a little bit longer. Like, I think by the end, we saw her start to rebuild her confidence back. But I don't think that college is completely off the table, especially because her friends are there. Like, another big thing for Layla is not just, rising to a certain level of success, right? Layla values tribe and family. So I do think that if Layla decides to go to school, she's going to do so that she can keep the connections that she has, because she spent so much of her life or so much of her formative years being traumatized by feeling alone, that I think that she's going to continue to lean into just feeling surrounded by people that she knows and loves and doing life with them. So I think that if Layla chooses to go to school, she's not necessarily going to do it because she feels like she has to make it in her music career, but she's going to feel like she's going to do it because she has to maintain her relationships. Does that make sense? I do got to finish the homecoming episode. Her voice went up an octave. She was set. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing it. Exactly, Kenny. Hype wouldn't be the word that you would use. Okay? We're going to be arguing all season, and I'm ready for it. I can see Jordan pulling up to ATL, try to fight Damon, and then have some conflicts throughout the homecoming. Well, as long as he's trying to fight anybody other than Spencer, I don't care. As long as he don't swing at Spencer no more, me and Jordan is cool, they lie. I'm reserving my comments on Simone and Damon. Erica and Melissa not about to eat me up. I haven't seen the whole episode, but you already know I'm committed. Like, I'm committed to my delusion. And I'm admitting it to y'all. So don't go in the comment section of these videos when I say what I gotta say and be like, well, Erica, you're being biased. I am. I don't like him. I mean, I don't dislike Damon. I don't like him for Simone. And I'm never going to like him for Simone. Erica, how long are you going to have beef with Damon coming for Simone? Forever. Just so y'all know. Melissa says she stopped feeling Damon. She don't know why. Because he raggedy. That's why. Why people can't just be platonic friends. Exactly. Everybody don't gotta bump privates. There are friends out here in real life. I went on a picnic on Friday with one of my homeboys, and it was the most refreshing thing ever because we just sat and talked, and he let me vent about these random guys because dating is ghetto right now. And I'm like, yo, I really value a lot of my platonic male friendships. They are like some of the most solid relationships that I have, especially in trying to navigate other relationships. So like, yes, can some people just be damn platonic? Can we get more Spencer and Simone vibes? Can we get more Spencer and Patient vibes? Like, can we get more true friendship? Not everybody got to be loving on each other in that way. Jordan is there next week after Simone's panic attack. I guess I'm going to see that in the preview. We respect the commitment always. You're a loyal one. Listen, I tried. I am under Damon's bed forever. On his neck forever. Coach Turner don't even got to worry about it because I'm on his head. He got to stay in line. Yeah, let's talk about Thea for a second, y'all. How y'all feeling about Thea? Because I want to like sis, but also she's giving big raggedy off the cuff. She's giving I am intimidated energy. She's giving I can see all of your potential and your light. It really scares me energy. And if you're gonna be a bad B, then be a bad B. You don't need to be disrespectful and demeaning to be a bad B. So for right now, from what I've seen, again, first 28 minutes, me and Thea are not cool. They lie. She's rude for no reason. Like, you didn't even have to walk up on Simone. Simone's sitting over here hitting this ball up against this wall. You do not need to come over here and establish nothing. If you the captain and you could be running practice until X, Y, and Z, she's going to find that out. Like, why are you here, honey? Why are you sashaying this way? You can mind your business. You were a freshman before. You already know how this go. And I really just hate it. Like, I hate to see people mistreat others, knowing that you have walked in their shoes and you've been down this road and you just literally want to create more drama or make something harder for... It's ghetto. And Thea, I can't. Thea to Simone was literally Asher to Spencer in season 1. Big facts. I feel like some of the characters' arc is typical though, like Thea and how she'll end up interacting with Simone. Yeah. I don't know why, but I feel like Keisha and Thea might wind up fighting over Cam. I don't know why. There's been no preview, no inkling, no synopsis, but that has popped in my brain and I've been thinking about it. Because I also feel like Thea is not just going to have problems with Simone, she's going to have problems with other people. Because Thea is going to be the loner who like really does want to have friends but can't seem to create and cultivate real relationships, which makes her act out even more because she feels triggered and like pissed off and resentful that nobody likes her, and she just continues to do things that make people not like her. I think that Thea is definitely that girl. She don't want to see if Simone actually won. And she's sitting up here hitting 82 million balls against this wall, minding her business for however many hours that she was doing it before you sassayed your behind up here. Clearly, I won it. Honey, no. Geez, Erica, what Damon do to you? He can't help that he's smooth with it. Not like Simone was smiling too hard. I peep game though. Thea comes as mean, but if we peel back the layer, she's actually sweet. Kofi. Damon don't know how to keep his eyes and his hands to himself. That is what he did. Sometimes in life, it just be that one thing, that first impression, and that's it. And that's all it is. I think I've earned this. Y'all get to give me my disdain. Oh, I gotta come up with a better word for it, because I don't hate Damon. I'm just on his head. So let me get in my thesaurus and figure out what my word is going to be. Y'all going to have to give me that. I done forgave Asher. Y'all going to have to give me Damon. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to do it. Simone's parents actually... Her mother pisses me off. How you not going to help your daughter move into college? How, Sway? And she's moving across the country. And I was like, where is Papa at? Because he is always on it. So clearly the mother had him doing something that he ain't had no business doing too. It was giving that behavior. And why aren't they showing the tennis coach? Is she Serena or Venus or something? I can't. Wait, who's gonna be best friends? Damon really doesn't give off ATL vibes. That's because he's from Chicago. This is why the CW really do think they can afford Venus or Serena. Yeah, no, that ain't happening. I feel like Thea and JR actually might have something IDK. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed about JR because I'm still on his head. Why can't Spencer get a spinoff? They did it with Saved by the Bell, spinning off to Saved by the Bell college years. And Good Morning. Okay, you have to go back and rewatch the replay because I actually did a whole little spill about Spencer and the spinoff and why he's not getting the spinoff. So I really do explain it. Once this is over, go back and like watch it. It's probably like around like the 10-minute mark. Or maybe I can try to put some chapter markers in here. But I get the full explanation then, but long story short, All American is not over. You cannot spin off a show starring a character while the character is still leading the show that you're on. So you don't need like All American college years because they're going to college as a part of All American. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Right now I'm in love with Keisha and Nathaniel. Yes, Nathaniel was giving me everything that I need. Simone don't be averting her eyes either. Simone don't have to, Antonio. See, that's where you seem to think that Damon gets to do as Simone does when he don't. I'm just saying. Eric, I'll give you Damon. Will grow on you. Also like JR and I like Cam. I don't know if Damon's gonna grow on me. I don't know. Because Cam never did. The saving grace for Cam is Antonio. Okay? Cam is tolerated now because of Antonio. But only because of Antonio. And, you know, that slot is already taken. So that tolerated slot is already occupied by Cam. So there's no room for him to be tolerated. Thea and Simone gonna have a rivalry for a season. Then just like Spencer and Asher or Spencer and Cam, they'll end up being good friends or at least respecting each other. We gonna see. Because some of this, y'all, they do have to, because there's so many similar archetypes, some of this they're going to have to pivot and they're going to have to change. So while I want to lean to saying that with Thea, I don't necessarily know. Because I do see them going a different route. Was it me or did they recash Asher's stepdad and his girlfriend? Well, Jamie is new. She's the same girl from episode 7. I thought the dad was the same, but I actually was never paying attention to him before today, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, honey. Yes. Corey Hardrick is a king. Armando, I haven't finished Homecoming, so you're going to have to wait for my breakdown to hear my thoughts on that. I do not know. I'm also happy to let them sideburns die. Corey said that, though. Corey said that when they came back, we weren't going to be seeing the sideburns in one of his lives. Hey, Denise, how are you? Hey, Jess. Shout out to y'all. Some of y'all popping in here. They did recast the stepdad. Child, I was not paying attention. I just be looking at the raggedy ass mama. And you see how we didn't notice? So while they recasting, are we going to bring back the real JP? Or no? Because if y'all going to be swapping people out, we can go ahead and slide him right on back in there, if you ask me. Does Springsteen have a football team? Guess so, considering Cam is a regular now. I think so, but again, I haven't finished Homecoming. We gotta figure out what time we're gonna be able to do these lives, y'all. Y'all gonna be up for, like, after I watch both of those episodes? Because I didn't finish watching Homecoming because I was like, yo, these people are gonna be trying to go to sleep. They're not gonna be fooling around with you, Erica. Maybe I'll do a poll so we can figure out what time the lives are gonna be. Or if we're gonna do the lives the next day. Because we did a couple lives last season, I guess. Was it last season? On Tuesday. And some people like that. So we're going to have to see. Zamir, you the newest member of Camp Camp? OJP better be back next week. I can't. Is there anything else that we missed talking about, y'all? I feel like we talked about everything. How long have we been on this thing? For an hour and a half. My God. Bring Elvis back. Asher tried to make it his own, having a tantrum for not wanting help, but took steroids, no questions. I can't. I don't even need to be on Asher's head anymore because y'all will forever stay on Asher's head. Yes, we stand Layla and Clay. Antonio is accepting new members to the camp. He is always trying to build up the numbers because it is very, very sparse. Membership is a little sparse. I wonder if they'll ever have cheerleader characters in All American. That'll be fire. And honestly, I'm surprised they haven't gotten that yet. I think that they just didn't want to go down that route because we've seen that before. Like, when you go to Friday Night Lights, they did a really good job of like diving into the cheerleaders culture with that as well. And then, well, I was about to say it's also a little bit different, but black schools also do have interesting cheerleader culture as well. Yeah, I didn't ever really miss it. So I never thought about, oh, why don't they have cheerleaders that they show? I feel like this show had enough drama on its own. Will I do rewatches again? Rewatches of what? Rewatches of season 4? Maybe. Rewatches of season 3? That'll be a H no for me. I feel like I can only rewatch season 3 up until the episode before Vegas. After that, I will probably not go back and rewatch that season. Yeah, no thank you. But I do have other shows that I am going to be rewatching. And shout out to y'all. If y'all are kicking it with me for anything other than All American, I really, really appreciate y'all. Like, my viewership has been growing for the Power universe. Power Book 2 videos have been doing really well. Power Book Force is happening now. Grown is just really solid. Like, I'm breaking down a lot of stuff, and I'm also getting a bunch of messages with people like, oh, I didn't know that you also talked about this show. I didn't know that you talked about that show. So I'm working on how to better promote so that y'all know what else I'm talking about, because I'm literally breaking down a ton of shows. I don't even know how I do it every week, but I do it. Nadine Ellis plays David Mom on Our Kind of People. Yeah, but Our Kind of People hasn't been picked back up yet. And the woman who we saw is not like a mother figure, like in the little trailer. What numbers are low? Yes, Simone definitely locked herself out of her dorm room in a damn towel. And look who happens to be just trolling the halls. I can't. Do you think All American could get another spinoff? Not right now. I don't know what it would be. Like, I would want to see some more of the parents, but they aren't even doing enough to give us like a lean into their world. Um, like if they found a way to introduce basketball, they could, but it would take like a season and a half for them to bring in a strong person who played basketball, maybe in college, and then they would be tracking like the NFL run for Spencer and then like the NBA run for whoever this college person is, and then with Homecoming it'll be the NHL run. I mean, not the NHL. What is it? The BBL? Baseball. Whatever the hell the baseball's national league is, that would be for Damon. I feel like they could do that. I love, like, Melissa put me on SMLO. Melissa put me on to Swagger on Apple TV, and it's a show about a young boy in high school, in middle school, going to high school, looking to make it to the NBA. It is amazing. And then we also got Bel Air. Are y'all watching Bel Air? Because Bel Air is fire. Like, I think I'm going to do a couple lives about Bel Air because Bel Air is literally fire. Another one that I think Melissa and Naya in our group chat was like, oh, you got to watch this. And I was just like, I don't know. But now I'm watching it. I'm on it. I think, like, those two shows are doing a really good job of, like, telling a story of, like, the young phenom basketball player. And I think if they were to expand All-American more, then they would need to go to basketball next. Like, baseball is cool because they don't have nothing talking about it, but they wouldn't be able to pick another niche thing. Like, they couldn't do like hockey or like, I don't know, what other stuff is it? Like, they couldn't do another like non super mainstream American major type of sport. It would have to be basketball, and we have yet to hear any talks of any basketball player at any of these schools. So no, I don't think that All American is going to do another spinoff anytime soon. The way you have us on Asher's head is the same way you try to have us on Damon's head. Dante, I'm not even on Asher's head no more. I done backed off of Asher, and y'all just carrying it on y'all own. So like, that's on y'all. I've taken all of my efforts towards Damon. Okay, like that ain't even me. You can't even put that on me no more. Am I the only one that would like to see a Crenshaw prequel series of Billy and Corey and Grace? Yes, I think that time has passed. I don't think we would get that. You can't watch the first episode of All American? I love that episode. It is such a beautifully written pilot. Like, I rewatch that episode all the time. It is lit. Oh, I love it so much. Maybe do a community list of all the shows that I break down. I gotta figure out how to do that. Because the polls only let me do 5 little things. But maybe if I could just, like, list them out. And then, maybe I could publish that every week or something. Come on, Keish. You right. We gonna work it out. Elizabeth, that's why I try to keep supporting, because you stay working, girl. Don't know where you sleep. Listen, child, I don't even understand, but I'm just gonna keep going over here. I'm so blessed to have a beautiful community like you guys, so I'm going to show up in the best way that I possibly can, when I possibly can, and it seems like it's working, and we moving. Like, we are literally approaching 13,000 subscribers, and it was literally like 2.5 weeks ago that I just announced that we had hit 11. The first of the year, we had just hit 10, and I'm just like, wow, I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to get on here and just do what I do regularly. Like, I literally FaceTime my cousins all the time after shows and start talking about them. And the fact that I can do that with y'all and build this thing, this platform, this space, this community, it's not lost on me. Like, I'm so appreciative of it. I'm so appreciative of it. And even more so, I feel very empowered to pursue my own things. And I'm really excited for my show. And I'm working really hard in the back end to do that, because I cannot wait to, like, aside from like the world, releasing it to the world, I want to know what y'all think. Like, when my show drops, I cannot wait for what y'all think about these characters and about these stories that we're going to tell. So listen, thank you so much for the support, Elizabeth and everybody else. It is not lost on me. I love you guys so much. How do you think Layla will eventually go to college? I mean, for her to stay relevant, she has to go to college. I mean, they also are going to college in Los Angeles. So everybody doesn't have to go. Like, Coop is not going, and she's going to still be on the show. So Layla doesn't have to go. I could see the storyline going in a way that she really leans into, like, family and tribe, and, like, wanting to do the college experience with Olivia, or, like, you know, they always dreamed of it. Like, you know how they talked about Jordan and Asher and JJ had this dream of being bros and bunk beds and all that kind of stuff. I could totally see a day come up where they're like, oh, you know, remember we said we were going to go to school together and we would be freshmen on campus and yada, yada, yada. I could see Layla doing that. Yes, the MLB. That is what it's called. Getting locked out while in the shower is really on brand. Happened to be twice. Big facts. But I never got locked out. Well, no. I only lived in a co-ed dorm when we had private rooms. Like, my freshman year, I lived in an all-girls dorm. Yeah, and then after that, I was in the upperclassmen dorm because I was a basketball player. And we had our own private bathrooms in our rooms. So I've gotten locked out, but it was never in a co-ed dorm. They should get that dude who plays Zeke in Ghost to come in All-American and play the exact same character. Not I Don't Know Nothing. Oh my God, they gonna have I Don't Know Nothing come and play the basketball player. I can't. I don't know. They be bringing it when it comes to acting, so I don't know. He gonna have to give me a little bit more before I say put him on this show. A Darnell spinoff could work if his own journey in college is in Texas, so that could be a thing. You also got to think about it, y'all. Like, you have to think about how the story will be different from the story that you're currently telling. Darnell, even if he goes to school in the South, Darnell and Spencer's journeys would be a lot, like, very, very similar. So that's why I said if they do another spinoff, it would have to be for another sport. And it's also a part of the reason why in choosing to do Homecoming, she picked baseball and tennis, because those are two very drastically different worlds that she could also explore alongside the HBCU experience. Bel Air is good. Carlton is trash. Literally summary. But, like, Carlton is worse trash than you ever would have imagined. And it's gold. It's great television. But it's also like, I don't want to run into you on the streets because I want to lay hands on you. Damon's playing on player. I can't. Are they still working on the regular All-American? Yes, they're still shooting this season. You don't know how you feel about Carlton being on that stuff? He's a coon and cokehead. That's exactly what he is, and I can't. Wait, y'all think Vanessa coming back? I don't think she's coming back. I think the Lord has delivered us, but you never know. Oh, thank y'all. It's a good episode, but I was in a better time in life when I watched the first episode in October 2019, but it didn't get to finish until April 2020. In that time frame, things changed. Got it. Naya, you forever telling people they can go straight down. Straight down. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Why do you think they're going to break up the crew? Honestly, I think that they're just going to break up the crew because it's going to be a great story to tell. Literally. That's it. They're looking for storylines for people, and that will be how they give some people storylines. Carlton is the cousin that we don't talk about. I can't. Do you think that Coop would eventually recover and get back to rapping? Yes, and she needs to ASAP because she's just floating. I can't. She got to get it together. What do you think about Baby Buck and Amina? I think that she's running around the hood right now looking for a gun because she's going to shoot Coop. Or at least try to. I wish they'd get on with it already. Zeke bet not. His facial expressions alone wouldn't work. I mean, it's the CW. Acting really isn't good anyway. So if they do basketball spin off the cast, the dude who plays Zeke will be fine. Okay, Zamir. So it's one thing to say that it's the CW, but I'm just saying, look at All American. Look at their cast. Like, I feel like their cast brings it when it comes to acting. Like, they don't be playing. Spencer, Olivia, great. Like, they do not be playing. Little Beanhead Billy, they do not be playing. So I get it. Y'all be talking about the CW down. Like, I've been watching videos about how y'all think that the CW is trash. But All American is like a unicorn. And I don't know if Zeke is there yet. They could bring Woody though. I mean, he can't play basketball. He's short or whatever. But they could bring Woody over. Bring Woody to the hood and let him be the new Tyrone. I'll be here for that. Should I do some videos talking about what characters I would love to see cross over to different shows and what I think would happen? Y'all think that that's cool, or is that corny? Because somebody asked me when I was doing a live for Power in the middle of the night randomly, and they were like, what All-American character do you think would do great in Power Book 2? And I said Layla. And I said that I felt like Layla could come in and she could date Kane. And I think that would tell, like, that story would be like, I would be glued to the TV watching that play out. So let me know. Do y'all think I should do some, like, hypotheticals? What if certain characters cross paths? If Tamia going to do anything, she needs to get back to music, writing, producing something. Yes. No, regular All-American is not over. It still has 21 or 22 episodes this season, and we're only on episode 8. Michael Rainey Jr. could play. He could. He has gotten a lot better. Man, that boy has come far. You think so, Nia? That video sounds dope. All right, I could do that because I think about stuff like that all the time. I think about what characters I think would be the most interesting, what characters that will fall in love immediately, what characters would be enemies, what characters on All American could be on Euphoria. I'll tell you one thing. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Olivia Baker has nothing on Rue Bennett. My God. Euphoria is a whole other stressful thing, y'all. I couldn't even, like, okay, let me try to pull some people out. I can't give you no explanations now because I would really want to, like, dive into explanations, but, like, let me just say what is coming to my mind. Maddie would date Asher or Jordan. Kat and Olivia would be best friends and All American. Layla and Lexi on Euphoria. That would be interesting. This is so random, y'all. But, like, on Euphoria, what if Kia dated Fez. Okay, that's all I got. Y'all got me randomly ruminating over. I can't. Chris could literally be in Euphoria. Why do you think Chris could be in Euphoria? You see Olivia Ash on Euphoria and Lexi in All American. I feel like Olivia, like, she would be mushroom. Like, she would literally be eclipsed by Rue. Like, her whole story is nothing compared to, like, what the hell Rue got going on. McKay and Darnell would be friends. McKay and Spencer would be friends, I think. Maybe Spencer will help him bank Nate. Because he deserves that. Not Maddie and Asher. Y'all watch Euphoria? Y'all need to watch my breakdowns for Euphoria. We need to get those numbers up. I didn't know so many of y'all watched it. Spencer be trying to save everybody. Spencer would be stressed in the hospital somewhere trying to save everyone. What's something that I want to see happen this season on All American Homecoming? I am looking forward to seeing Simone's journey. I think that they're going to do a really great job of telling the freshman story, specifically a freshman collegiate athlete story. So I'm very excited to see that. I'm hoping that they make it through her freshman year and her and Jordan don't break up, but I am looking forward to seeing all the struggles that come that come with like the long distance and the trying to figure out how to prioritize yourself and what you have to do and how that puts a strain on your relationships. I'm interested in seeing Keisha break Cam's heart. If that's going to happen. I would love to see Nathaniel and like his love interest and what's going on, but then also like where he sees himself in the future, because I know he like designs and everything, but I would love to see like a full laid out, this is what I'm going to be. Like, is he going to be the next amazing fashion designer or creative director? Like, I would love to see a bunch of creative amazingness by way of him. I want to see Auntie Amara and Coach Turner. First of all, tell me if y'all got history, and if y'all do, cool, but get back together. And if y'all don't got history, get together to begin with, even though I know the dean is sniffing around her as well. But I kind of hope that Coach Turner and her work it out or do something, because the dean is giving me, I still don't like you from Drumline. So it's a no for me with Auntie Amara. And I want Thea to be humbled. Like, deeply humbled. That's what I hope for in All American Homecoming. I don't imagine Nate with anything because I want Nate gone from the universe. What else? No Cam slander. That's not Cam slander. He could fall in love with Keisha and just, you know, sometimes things don't work out. And her boyfriend Lisa come back and she be like, oh, well, he told her, gotta go. I'm ready for the biological parents and children to come out. I don't think that that's going to happen in season 1. I'm hoping that they, you know, get greenlit very early on, and I can see that be something that like they lead into season 2 with. Where did Nick Cannon come from? Oh, because of the drum line. That would be cool. That would be cool. NK could work that out, I think. That would be cool. You ship Thea and Cam. Maybe that's how Cam gets with Thea, because Keisha breaks his heart after she didn't put it on him. All right, any other last questions, y'all? Y'all give me some really good ideas for other content, different content. We're going to start doing series crossovers with characters. Ooh, that's exciting. I don't know if y'all ready for some of my combinations. Keisha's definitely breaking his heart. Saying Keisha's breaking Cam's heart is too close to slander. I cannot, Antonio. You think that they have history, Melissa? I think that they have history too. I think Nathaniel was a sophomore like Keisha. We upsetting Cam, right? Cam is going to be blissfully happy all his freshman year and not have no problems at all. We don't need no Jada and Will entanglements. Y'all are so shady. You gonna write the All-American basketball spinoff? Do it. Listen, go for it. I wrote a spec script for All-American, y'all, when I was thinking about wanting to get staffed on their show. Y'all should see what I had Olivia and Spencer doing. This was before, I wrote this after season 2, before season 3. And it's so interesting because of what I wrote, it still has yet to happen. So it could still work. Like, maybe I will still try to send it and get it to NK. But that was a very interesting script. Woo! Maybe I'll share it one of these days. After the season, maybe I'll share my spec script that I wrote. Y'all will really be over me. It is dramatic. Because they tell you when... So, Zamir, if you are a screenwriter and you're writing a spec script, they tell you to swing for, like, the rafters. Like, really just go for it. Do not play it safe. And the spec script that I wrote, it was starting with Spencer's first day in college. And I had this was literally before any of season 3 happened. I wrote this script, and it's so crazy to see how season 3 played out, and then to know the things that I put into my script. And I was just like, I'll be knowing some of these things. But then some of the stuff is like, some of the things that I wrote in that script, I actually think could happen, not this season, but maybe next season if Spencer and Olivia are still together next season. Sandrika, you did it for season 4, episode 1, and like mine better. Sandrika, you did a spec script for it? How many of y'all screenwriters? I think you should make a video doing character ships with All-American. Samir, that's just gonna piss people off. Because when people don't agree with me, they get mad. If Liv wasn't pursuing journalism, I could see her playing basketball. Really? I think we will explore Nathan and non-binary characters, specifically in a situation arise where he deals with a homophobic person. Maybe. I think it's going to be interesting how they show it, because with him being at a HBCU, it's going to be a little bit different. You're a little bit more protected as a black person showing up with any identity at a HBCU versus if you're at a PWI or out about in the world. So, not to say that black people aren't homophobic, because black people can definitely be homophobic, but I also feel like there is space for you to really express yourself and be exactly who you are and find your tribe at a HBCU. So if we do see that, I feel like we might see that outside of campus. We might not necessarily see it on campus. So Rayleigh, the reason why she has older friends is because she met Keisha through Auntie Amara, who had Keisha, show them around. Because her and Simone did the fashion show, they met Nathaniel. Those are her only 2 older friends, from what I recall. So it made sense. All right, Antonio, good night. We're about to get off of here. I'm answering any of y'all's last questions. Kenny, you're a screenwriter? Okay. Okay, so it looks like Sandrika, Kenny, y'all are screenwriters. Antonio, I still gotta hit you up because your sister's a screenwriter too, right? And then you're gonna talk to me about Naomi. I could totally imagine an All American and Power Book 2 Ghosts crossover for sure. I did. I tried to get cute for this live because I missed y'all so much. I was really excited. All right. So we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. If y'all have any other questions or thoughts or suggestions for videos, if you're watching a replay, drop them in the comment section down below. Before y'all head out and go to bed, make sure that y'all hit that like button. Give your good sis a like. Thank y'all so much for kicking it with me. This has been so much fun. I'm so glad that we are back on Monday nights. I will be going live after the episodes. Look out for my community posts because we're going to figure out a time that works best for everybody because I want to try to get as many people on as possible. And yeah, this has been bomb. I love y'all. And look out for both of my breakdowns for All-American and All-American Homecoming tomorrow. Also, we'll have my Euphoria video up tomorrow. Yeah, and we back. All-American season. See y'all the next one. Bye.